Welcome back to DNA. Today we're going to talk about Wonder Woman 84. We're so excited to watch it. We couldn't believe that it was going to come out on streaming. HBO, they did it, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it makes enough money so more streaming services can do this. So, let's just get into the review. I'm going to start because when I was watching this movie, I don't know if it was because I haven't seen a superhero movie in forever, but I was screaming at the screen because it was so good. Wow. The first 10 minutes, what did you think? The way it started with the little girl.
I liked it. I like the way it started out. I always like in the Wonder Woman movies how they start out about it and where she came from. I always like those scenes. That's the best part of the movie for me when they do that. I wish they would do a movie more with that on the island and show things like that. So yeah, it was a good starting for sure.
It was really cool to see like how strong she is and like see how like everything works. And then we get to the mall scene and like I felt that it was cheesy, but I didn't care. Like it worked. Like, right? Like I don't know why, but it was so great.
Like, it seemed like they were going for cheese.
Right, they were going for it. So no, go if you're going for it, go all the way. And I felt it. And I was sitting there like, like in awe, like, oh my gosh, like you're Wonder Woman. Like I believe it now. Because in the other movies, like Justice League, okay, you're Wonder Woman. And the Wonder Woman Part 1, I am in the minority probably. I didn't really like Wonder Woman Part 1. But this one, really, like with the action, even in the mall scene, and then when they were in the cars and at the end, it was really good.
The action in this one definitely was good. There was a lot of good action in this movie. It was directed really well. I like the fight scenes between Wonder Woman and everybody else, even when it got down to the end with Cheetah. That was a good fight scene as well. So yeah, the action was good. They brought a good action in this movie. It was actually a good pace. It didn't lag a lot. It was a good pace in the movie and moved along.
Yeah, this movie was 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I'm pretty sure so was Justice League.
2 hours and 30 minutes?
Yeah, 2 hours and 30 minutes. It was long.
Yeah,
it was long. So, right, and they did good with pacing. So, like, Justice League, or I mean, other DC movies can see this and be like, okay, you can still do a long movie and have a drawn out story and it still be good and good with pacing. So let's talk about the villains in the story.
Max Lord,
and Barbara. So I was, this is kind of embarrassing. So I didn't notice until hour 2 that it was Mandalorian. I didn't notice because he looks, okay, I don't know if this is wrong. Yeah, it was Pedro Pascal. I don't know if this is wrong to say, but he looks white in this movie, right?
Right.
So I was like, right, and I was like, why is he talking with the accent? I was like, is this allowed? And then I was looking, I was like, oh my gosh, that's Pedro Pascal. I was like, this is allowed, But he did really well. I actually liked the characters I really liked the villains in this movie.
I thought he was overacting in this.
I don't know.
He was just too over the top. The way he talked to everybody, he was in your face. I felt like they were trying to make him a cartoon and he was just over the top. That was my opinion of Max Lord. Now, Barbara's character is different. We'll talk about her later, but Max's Lord he was just over the top for me.
I liked it. I was fine with it because I was just like, I could feel, it felt like a comic book. It felt like back in the day, it felt like the 80s where it was like, I'm the villain, here we go. Like, that's what it felt like. And I liked his character and I liked how it was a real person. It wasn't like, okay, I'm the bad guy and that's my only personality. Like, no, we saw why he went to that point and then we saw him come back and be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. And that was the same with Barbara. So Kristen Wiig, wow, because you usually see her as like a comedy person on SNL, and she did really well. And you saw her start here and have an arc.
Yeah, I agree. Kristen Wiig's character was awesome in this movie. Yeah. She was awesome. She did great. Whatever fight choreography she was really in or not doesn't matter, but she did a good job. Her acting was good. I believed her. I believed her as a clumsy person 1 minute, and I believed her as the confident person in the next, and then building on her character and becoming stronger and stronger. For me, Kristen Wiig was the best part of this movie. I'll tell you right now, I didn't like this movie that much.
I'm so hurt right now because I was screaming. I cried at the end. That's how good it was to me. Wow, I'm
It
shook.
was okay. I didn't like it that much. Late. I mean, for me, there was too many plot holes. There's too many. This didn't make any sense. How would this person
What?
be here? I just, it wasn't. It was okay movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. The third act for me
Mhm.
just fell apart. The third act of the movie completely fell apart. First and second act was great. Third act to me fell apart. It's like they didn't know how to wrap it up, so let's do this way. Um,
What?
yeah,
I I
I
don't know.
wasn't
I
feeling
think
it. I
for
wasn't feeling
me,
all that.
wait, hold on. Okay, I'm a little hurt right now. Hold on. So I think that the villains were amazing. Like like the story. Like because in other film, I think it's just that in other films they're like, okay, here's the bad guy and he's gone, or he just wants to end the world kind of thing. But I don't know. I just think I like the comic book cheesiness of it. I think that's why. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I didn't get a good feel for it. I don't know. It didn't give me a rush. I watched it. It was okay. It was something to watch. Will I watch it again? Probably not. Kind of like I didn't watch Wonder Woman Part One again. To me, the story was kind of weak. The writing was weak. Patty Jenkins was the director. To me, the direction was weak on this one.
I'm really shook right
I'm
now.
probably in the minority on this one from the rest of the world because it's all hype up in Rotten Tomatoes and everybody said this is a great movie, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It didn't do it for me. I was expecting more. I wasn't blown away with the trailers and I wasn't blown away with the movie. I watched it and I just didn't feel it. Like, sorry.
I didn't watch any trailers, so maybe that's why I really liked it.
Maybe
I
so.
would watch it again. And the thing is, DC movies, my bar was already on the ground, was already like way on the floor. So like maybe that's why I'm like,
Maybe that's
this movie
why it
was
blew
really
you away
good,
because your bar was already low. See
way
now
low.
you watched it with a low bar and you watched it not having seen a comic book movie in over a year. So
Yeah.
rewatch it this time and pay attention to the story this time. You'll see that there's a lot of plot holes, stuff that doesn't make sense. It isn't. Why would somebody do this? Stuff like that was happening. It's like, let me give you a good example.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trevor's from 1917,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
He jumps in a jet.
Oh no, Dad, I was also okay. Wait, I also thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. I was like, dude,
that takes me out of the movie.
no, wait. Yes, I thought the same thing, but then I was like, it's fine. Let's just don't even think about it. I was like, let's just move on. Yes,
the dynamics of a jet is completely different from a plane from 1917.
Yes, but the scene where they covered it up with the scene with the invisible jet, that was amazing.
That was cool.
She
the
was
invisible jet was cool. To see that happen was cool. It took us back to the day, So I did appreciate them somehow getting that in there. A little fan service. So I appreciated that, but just him getting the jet.
No, but don't. Okay, no, that's one thing on the side. Yes, but the movie as a whole, I think it's because
it's more than that. There was a lot of stuff like that was happening for me where it was taking me out of the movie because it just didn't make sense. There's a lot of come on moments for me.
Like, what?
This couldn't happen.
Wow. I think I don't know. I just loved it so much. The action was amazing. I think I'm just stuck on the villains because it reminded me of Black Panther, even though like the Black Panther ending, they also had a CG problem, but it reminded me of Killmonger where he was bad, but it was justified,
Yeah. And in this movie, like for instance, when Diane was running, anywhere she ran, it looks like she was running on a rig. Like she was floating and running. Like you pick a dog up and a dog is doing this.
Yes, she's Wonder Woman. Yes. I love that scene. Okay, let's talk about that. The scene where they were in the car going after Max, and she was like, "I got this." She gets out of the car and she's floating. She was floating. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
It was cool to see her do that, but
yes,
that her run is just I don't know.
No, it reminds.
That was taking me out of the movie that I couldn't enjoy the plot.
I'm crying.
The story was fine. The execution of it was not good. The ending was weak.
Okay, the ending was kind of
the the world just decided to renounce their wishes.
Yes, Dad. Have faith.
Max Lord, after this whole time, okay, he's garnering power. Not once has he shown interest in his son, but all of a sudden, he doesn't know where his son is. All of a sudden, he even said, "It's my weekend again? Well, how many weekends do I have?"
Well, no, that's a lie. That's a lie, because at the very beginning of the movie, you saw that him and his son had a connection. But then wait, hold on. And then when he did his wish, and remember, it takes away a part of you. So that was the part of him, his family, his like love for his son. And that's the part that he's taking away.
All of a sudden, just came back at the end.
She showed him the repercussions of his actions. I am sticking to this movie, and I will fight for this movie because I loved it.
Fell apart. And then when he went to find his son, he found him in like 5 seconds.
Yes, it was the power of the heart.
On a freeway bridge, Leia.
It was the power of love. That is how he found him. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I can't get with this movie, man. This movie had too many plot holes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna love it.
It didn't make sense. Nah, I didn't love it. Mom enjoyed some parts of it, but then the end, even for Mom, it fell off.
I didn't feel that.
In the beginning, she was all with it. She's like, "Man, it's cool," and then at the end, it was like the third act, it fell apart. It's like they didn't. Oh, we don't know what to do here, so let's just put something together. You know, I didn't like it. I like the fight scene. I did like the fight scene between between Cheetah and Wonder Woman. That was a good fight scene. I wish that I went a little longer, to be honest, because that was really cool.
Yeah, I wish the CG was a little iffy for me, but I wish that it wasn't so dark and so close. They were so close up and they did too many cuts. But I could tell that it was good. And then I loved when she took off the wings because she doesn't need it. She's strong without the wings, just like the person before. You have to really watch this movie, guys.
I watched it.
Pedro Pascal, Diana, what's her name? Gal Gadot. Wow. Just everybody was wow for me.
No, I gotta disagree with you on this one. Like, we're gonna be different on this one, Nate. We're not gonna be on the same page. I was just not feeling this movie at all. I downloaded HBO Max for this movie. Yeah. Yeah, they got my $15, I guess, but
it was worth it for me. It was worth it. I was in the little theater in our house, and you just felt it. You felt Wonder Woman. What's your ratings for this out of 10?
Out of 10?
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it a 6. I'd
give
it a 6 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna give it a 7.
I'd recommend somebody watch it. So for me, 6 is you watch it. If it was like below 5, that's for me. It's like, hey, don't even look at this movie.
Right.
So I would recommend people watching the movie because it furthers the DC story. It was a good story. It just wasn't executed the best for me. Could have been a better execution of the story. So yeah, 6.
I thought this movie. I remember you said when we watched Shazam the first time, you liked it. So I think this was better than Shazam. I think this was better than Aquaman for me. Like
they were in the same vein. I like Aquaman better though. I would have given Aquaman a 7 over this.
I did not like Aquaman.
Shazam, I would give Shazam probably the same rating, 6 or 7 on this one. Yeah. So they're in the same vein to me. They're not blowing me away. Look, it's not the MCU.
It's not. Yeah. Wow, we're just on different.
Yeah. We had a different wavelength on this one, man. We're not in sync on this one. We're out of sync. Yeah, it's okay. Would I recommend it to friends? Sure, watch it. Would I
highly recommend this to people?
Nah, I don't want to highly. Like if they ask me, hey, Dwayne, I got to do my laundry, or should I watch this? I'd be like, go do your laundry, dude.
Good. Okay. Time out, people. If you're seeing this, please go watch Wonder Woman 84, and then put down in the comments your opinion. Am I right? Is he right? Because I'm right. I know I'm right about this.
I'm right. So watch Wonder Woman 84, guys. Let us know who's right on this one. Down, like she said, down in the comments. Like and subscribe as usual, and let us know what you think about this bad boy. But I know you should do your laundry first before you watch Wonder Woman 84.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you later. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Bye. Wow. Oh wait, we need our
thumbnail.
Yes.
Thumbnail.
Oh, I'll do good. You do down.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. But you can't be smiling, Dad. You gotta be like. You gotta be like.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Okay. Got it.